Hi everyone and welcome back to a new episode of BWD. Today we're finally gonna finish the code to script the song lyrics of our favorite songs. So if you're new to this channel or you're back watching this video, do not forget you can find timestamps in the video description below. And all the code that you're gonna see today is available on GitHub. Again, link in the video description below. And now, without further ado, let's get started. In the previous episode, we have understood the principles and the logic to scrape anything from a web page, and today we'll code this into the AZlyrics class. If you don't remember where that is, don't worry, because it's easy. One of the goals of the source directory is to store all the Python code in our project, so whenever in doubt, just remember that that's where it's going to be. Okay, so within our Python file, let's go to the scrape method and let's start by implementing the part that we left out in the previous episode. First, we're going to check if the response is valid or invalid. This can be easily done with an if statement. We're gonna check the OK attribute, and when we get a valid one, the next step is to extract the content. This can be done by calling the text attribute. And let's save the output in the lyrics variable. However, let's not forget to define this variable before and assign it none. This way, our program won't crash when we get an error, and will simply return none. Finally, let's update the return statement. So before trying this out, let's change the client code by dropping the print statement and save the output in the row variable. Okay, now let's run the script in the window below to see what comes out. First off, let's have a look at the content of the web page, as we've done with our toy example. We can easily do this by printing the row variable. As we scroll up, we can see that there are a lot of stuff in here. And if we check the length of the row variable, we can see that we got almost 24k characters. So a lot of stuff in here, right? No way that we can slice it out the body out of it. BeautifulSoup is gonna be the way. Back to the script, let's finally scrape the lyrics. First, let's define the private method scrapeLyrics. This will take as an input a valid response and return the lyrics as a string. At the top of the screen, let's import BeautifulSoup class and response from request. Back to the private method, let's just get the body as we've done in the previous episode with the toy example. In the window below, let's see if this works by checking the content of the row variable. Okay, great, everything worked as expected. Now let's scroll up to see the content of the body. As we can see, there are many div tags. So yeah, the body is definitely quite complex and full of divs. But the thing is that we are missing the lyrics, so let's see if we can find them. Okay, great, here they are. And notice what is the closing tag here, a div. So let's go up to see where they start. So we finally found the second crucial clue. The lyrics are always going to be in a div tag. So what we gotta do is to find a way to find this target. But this is not the only insight. If we look closely, we can see the lyrics are not split over multiple paragraphs, but over multiple BR tags. So, as you can realize, the body is quite complex. And it's hard to get a sense of what to do exactly to retrieve the lyrics just looking in the window below. So let's go back to the HTML toy example and use it as a blueprint. In this way, we can visualize what the body looks like and find the best strategy to scrape it. As we've seen scrolling the body, we have found that there are many divs, but we are interested in one only. In the previous episode, we have introduced tags, but did not mention that tags can be identified by IDs and classes. In our case, the one that we are interested in is identified by a class. We don't know the name of the class yet, so let's just leave it as target. However, keep in mind that this div identified by the class target is not the one containing the lyrics, so this might be a surprise because we have just seen that the lyrics are in a div, right? So how come? So the thing is that if you dig a little bit more into the structure of the body, you will see that the div that contains the lyrics is one of the many divs that you will find in the div identified by the target class. So if this doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Let's just finish this, and when it's ready, we're going to look at the entire body, and that way it will be way easier to understand. So within the target div, there are going to be many more divs, and some of them might even have multiple BR tags. So how do we know which div is actually containing the lyrics? So if you look closer at the body and you play around with other songs, you're going to discover that the div containing the lyrics is the one with the highest number of BR tags. Alright, now that our example is ready, let's do a recap. Lyrics are always found in the body, and the body is made of several divs. Among them, there's going to be one identified by a class, which for now we've called target. And this div is exactly like the body. It's made of several divs, and right here at this level we're going to find the div that actually contains the lyrics, which are found in the BR tags. However, the BR tags are found across several divs. But what we know is that the one that we have to take is the one with the highest number of BR tags. Okay, let's code this and finally get the job done. First off, let's find all the divs in the body, using the findAll method. And let's print them to see how many there are. And then down here, let's find the target div. So if you do a little bit of digging into the body, you will discover that the target div is identified by a class called call-xs-12 and blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna copy it here. Then we expect to find one div only. So let's print here to see if this is the case. In the window below, let's run it to see what comes out. So as you can see, the first print statement returns 73. This means that there are a total of 73 divs at the first level in the body. The second print statement returns 1. This means that there is only one div identified by the class name, and this is the target one. Back to our script, let's code a small algorithm to get the lyrics. As we've seen in the blueprint example, the target div contains several divs, but only one of them contains the lyrics. So how can we find it? So what we're going to do is to cycle over all these divs, count how many BR tags are found and keep track of them, and the one with the highest number is going to be the one with the lyrics. Let's start by creating a new variable, call it target. This is going to be a dictionary. The key is going to store the index of the div, and the value is going to be the total number of BR tags. So let's cycle over the divs. And here we're going to use the enumerate function to keep track of the index. And then we're going to use the findAll method to find the BR tags. These return a list. So to count the total number of BR tags, all we gotta do is to use the len function. Then we compare this number with the number found in the dictionary. And whenever the number we found is higher, then we have to update the dictionary. Alright, let's give it a try in the window below now. Ouch! We got an error, which says the object has no findAll method. So why is that? That's because in the divs variable there are not gonna be divs only, but also other types of tags. And that's because this is a real case scenario, and not our blueprint example where we had only divs. Luckily, this is not a big deal. In fact, regardless of the types of tag, we are interested in the divs only. So what we can do is simply to try to count the number of BR tags, and if this fails, it means that that is not a div. So we can simply ignore it and pass to the next one. Doing this in Python is really easy. All we gotta do is to code a try and except statement. Alright, now let's give it a try to see if this works, and let's not forget to write the return statement. Okay, so it seems like the div with the lyrics is the 13th, and has 72 BR tags in total. Let's see now what's inside this div. So first, we're gonna get the index of this div, which we have just seen is 14. And then, after we retrieve it, let's call the text attribute to get the lyrics. Okay, before running this in the window below, let's not forget to print the content of the row variable. And here we go, it worked. So now, before we can consider this done, let's give it a try with another song to see if this was just luck. I'm gonna go with Yesterday by Beatles. Great, it works also here. Alright, final test, let's try with We Will Rock You by Queen. Alright, I think we got this done. So this is actually great news. However, right now we are not able to call the app like this. As you can see, we get an error message saying command not found. And this is exactly what we're gonna figure out in the next episode. So do not forget to subscribe to not miss it out. And with that said, see you in the next one. Ciao!